So if you ever try to edit a GTA map, you know that it can be painful sometimes. You have to work with a lot of files, different tools, different programs, and sometimes you have to restart your game just to check one small change. With Ariane, you can load the full map of GTA 3, Vice City or San Andreas, and it also loads all your mod loader mods exactly like your game. You can place and move objects, paint vegetation with a brush tool, save full sets of objects as prefabs, import a custom model in few seconds, edit the water and the path, preview the traffic, and even see your changes directly in-game with hot reload. So in this video, we will see step by step how to use Ariane from the installation and your first object to saving and testing your map in-game. Let's start from the beginning. So the first thing you want to do is download Ariane. For that, you can go on the GTA Stuff Discord in Ariane download. Then you scroll here and you download this version or this one if you are and only if you are using a Fastman limit adjuster for big maps that extends the map limits. Otherwise, just use this one. It's the most stable. So it will give you this file that you place in your game folder. It can be GTA 3, GTA Vice City or San Andreas, and all you have to do is double click on the program and that's it. It will detect your game files and also your data file, which is interesting because if you are using custom maps or even if you are using mod loader, it detects all your mods. And to make it simple to explain, Ariane loads exactly what your game loads, respecting all the priorities, all the overrides. So for example, here I have project props. As you can see, there are a lot of props. It's not vanilla. And also proper fixes, as you can see with this dead car here. I'll show you my mod loader folder so you can see that I have project props and proper fixes. So it's very cool because like that you can use Ariane, work on your mods and save very easily. So by default, every time you will open Ariane, there will be this window that contains all the essentials. If you want a list of all shortcuts, you go on the Window tab and keyboard shortcuts just here. You have a list of all the functionalities, features, and shortcuts in Ariane. You also have in the Discord channel full documentation here with all the features. And finally, you have those two optional mods that you can place in your game folder. This one to load your game extremely fast. And this one, it's to use those two features here in File, Test in Game, and Hot Reload. So this one I will show you, and this one is to make your changes go live while you have your game open. So you can see all your changes without having to restart your game. Save a lot of time, I will show you for this one. And yeah, we will see step by step all the features because there are a lot. And let's start with the basics. So of course, to move, it's very easy. It's your usual controls. You can look around by holding left click, like that. You can edit your FOV with the mouse wheel, the mouse scroll. So let's place our first object. So you can either go on Window and Object Browser, or you can press B directly and it will open this window with all the models from your game, and it's dynamic. It reads again your data files, your model files, your definition, and etc. etc. So if you have a custom game with custom models, it will appear here. So you can browse by categories, you can browse by ID file, you can search with filters, and as you can see, there is preview in 3D. It works with your custom models as well. So when you click on an object, so sorry for the stretch resolution here, it's because I'm on Mac and it's messing up the resolution in the 3D render here. But I will select this one, for example, this hot dog stand, noodle stand, sorry. So you have the model name, TXD if you want to copy it for some reason, and here you have the place button. So as you can see, there is a ghost preview. You can place. You can then move with the gizmo. To unselect an object, you just have to right click on it, or in fact, you can right click anywhere. If I want to undo something, I just have to press Ctrl Z. If I want to redo, Ctrl Y. You can add any object to your favorite list, so you will find it here. And of course, it's persisting across Ariane restarts. If you are placing an original game object, I mean vanilla game object, that has a lot. So for example, this one, I will copy, Ctrl C, and I will put it here, Ctrl V. I will place it just like that. If you place an original object like this one, it will also copy his low definition, LOD, as you can see here. So I will delete this one. You can delete by pressing your delete button after selecting it, or just do Ctrl Z. So now I will press X to have this main window again. We will see the features here. So I already showed you the translate. It's simply for moving the object. You have the rotate, or you can press Q. so you can rotate the object. You can use this feature for more precise rotations, but we will add manual values for even more precision. But for now, you can use this. For example, if I want to rotate only by 45 degrees, you just have to hold shift, and like that, it only rotates by 45 or whatever value you chose. So those two options are enabled by default. So it's when you place an object, by default it will be placed on the ground directly, and it will also follow and it will detect the collisions like I said before. It's good for saving time. So also in the place, if you hold shift, you can place multiple objects like that. I mean, you can place the same object multiple times. So I will do Control Z and keep only one. So those two options, I think I will show you in a better place. Yeah, let's go here. So I will take this object, for example, and I will, before that, I will enable follow ground. So follow ground is very simple. It just, when you drag an object, it will just follow the ground. It's exactly like when you place an object and you have snap to ground enabled. So as you can see here, it follow the ground. But something even more interesting is if you enable align to surface, it will also rotate depending on the surface. So saving again a lot of time. And last thing here is automatic backups. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You can keep it enabled. It doesn't take a lot of space, and it's always good in case your Ariane crashes or anything happens. So if you want to select multiple objects at once, you have different options. So the first one is click on an object and you can hold shift and you can, like that, multi-select. Of course, when you multi-select, you can transform, rotate everything you selected. So as you can see, I can rotate everything. Well, I will do Control Z to keep it like it was before. The second thing you can do to multi-select is holding shift and dragging like that. So you can select a lot of things at once. So for example, here I selected a big chunk of this area, and you can play like that if you want to select a lot of objects. And of course it works for all the everything you already know, the transform, the rotate, the snap to ground. Also, like here, if I select all those objects so you can see better, I have the follow ground, align to surface enabled, and you see that all the objects reacts. It follow the ground and it align to the surface. So it's a very good feature. So you can also multi-select or just select and do Control X to cut, and then you can paste even multiple times if you want. As you can see, again, everything you do, if it involves vanilla models, if you move vanilla objects or buildings, if you cut, copy, pass them, anything, it always supports their LOD as well. Even if it's in a binary IPL, don't worry, all the tricky stuff are supported. So if you open the window here and the changes window, you have all the changes you've made since the beginning of your session. So you can revert if needed. So for example, here it's addition of objects, then I removed, then I added all those objects. So for example, if I move this one, you'll see that it's added here with move log. You can double click to see, to teleport to this object. And if you do Control Z, it's not on the list anymore. If you press I, or if you go on Window and Object Info, and you select any object, then you will have his instance informations for the placement, the object itself with the ID flags, all the effects, etc. So now, a very important thing is the saving system. So it's pretty simple, but I have to explain. I will open the changes window and I will just Control Z everything to make sure no changes since last save. So I'm in game. I will go outside and we will make some tests. I'm here in Grove Street, so you see that I have exactly the same game than in Ariane with project props and proper fixes. So let's go back in Ariane. I will go in Grove Street and let's say I want to delete this trash bin. So I multi-select and press delete. So to save your changes, you go on File, and then before clicking on Save All IPLs, make sure that your save target is correct. So you have two choices. It's either modifying the loaded source files directly. So it means here I just deleted an object from project props, which is placed in modloader. So right now it will modify the files directly in the modloader folder of project props. Or you can say, okay, I want to keep all the files intact, so the vanilla files and also all my modloader mods files, I don't want to touch them. Then you can just tick export copy to modloader Ariane. Personally, I will just keep loaded source files, so it's by default. So I just made this change. I will go on file and click on save all IPLs. And since I'm in game right now, so as you can see in game, there is still the trash bin here. I have to restart the game normally. But what I can do, since I have the Ariane.asi here, is that I can use the hot reload feature just here. Then I go in game and you see that the trash bin is not here anymore. So it's very good to make changes and test fast. So it works also for placing new object. I will place an object here and then I save and do hot reload, and then I go in game and the object is here. Very important, you can place an object or do any modification and press hot reload without saving, but it will appear in game, but it will not be saved. So make sure to never forget to save, or you can just do Ctrl S. So now what this feature do test in game, I will show you right now. So I will close my game here. We'll go somewhere else, let's say just here. What it does, it's very simple. So you press file, test in game, and it will automatically launch your game. So right now I'm on Mac, so it doesn't work for me, but for you it will work as as long as you have the Ariane ASI. So it will launch your game. I will do it manually, but it will still work. And then it will spawn you exactly at the location where you are in Ariane. It's very good also to make changes and launch your game fast and spawn directly where is your camera in Ariane. What I do most of the time is just keep my game open and work in Ariane, and I just press hot reload. It's very good. I mean, I save and I press hot reload. It's very good to work fast and see directly the changes in game. And also, if you have two screens, or you can also split windows, you can put Ariane in one screen and your game in another screen, and it will work very fast like that. Oh yeah, you can also change the time and weather by pressing T or window and time and weather. You can change the time here and the weathers here. So I showed you the essential tools. I mean, everything I showed you here is 80% of what you'll need, but if you want more advanced features, here we go. The first one is the brush tool. I will select a brush, for example, and I will close the object browser. I go here in brush tool, just here, and you can click on start brush, and what it does is that it just places the objects with brush tool. So very cool to put vegetation, for example, faster and easier. You can press the align to surface. You already know what it does. You can change the radius, the Z offset, the number of objects per click, spacing, delay, because of course the whole point is not just to click but also to hold click, and it brushes like that. I'm not very familiar with the brush tool myself, even in 3D in general, but those who use brush tool in other programs, you will like it. So now let's see what are the prefabs just here. Or when you go on file, you see that there is import prefab, export prefab. So what is that? I'll take this example again. I showed it in a previous video, but I will take this trailer park. I will multi-select this trailer park, and I will go on file, export prefab, and I will name it trailer new export. And then when you go on the object browser and on prefabs, you see that I have, sorry for the flickering, but I have my trailer set of objects that is now saved and that I can place anywhere, as you can see here. So for example, I want to place it here, and then I will tick follow ground, align to surface, and you see that when I move it individually, they are aligned to surface, so save a lot of time again. Or you can just go on file, import prefab, and you will have the list of all your prefabs if you prefer in a list. And also you see that there is an extension .ariane. It means if you go on your game files and you go in Ariane data, prefabs, and here you have also your backups. On prefabs, you have all your prefabs that you can share with anybody, works with custom models as well. So they can place your set of objects anywhere they want. So now, a very cool feature, the import custom object. In GTA in general, if you want to import a custom object, custom model, you have to add it to your IMG, then you have to add the definition files, the collisions, etc., etc. In Ariane, it's very simple. Let's say I want to import this DFF and this TXD. Let's say I don't even have my collision files. All you have to do is drag and drop inside Ariane, or press File, Import Custom Object, and choose your DFF and your TXD. And here you can choose your object ID, the model name, TXD, the draw distance. You can change the ID flags directly here. And the call file will be directly created by Ariane. You press import, and you see that my custom objects is here. In literally less than 10 seconds, all I had to do was drag and drop it. Then I can do test in game. It launches your game, and it will teleport you directly in front of it. So it's ready to use, very fast and very easy. So let's see what we have in window here. Oh yeah, if you open the view window, so view or press V, and you scroll here, you will see that you have a list of all your IPL files, including all the IPL from ModLoader, so it supports all your mods. You can hide everything or show only one IPL. So for example, here I see Gunton Trash. So I can hide everything and only show Gunton Trash. So you see that the IPL is for those trashes here. But yeah, you can hide or select or show specific IPL or IPLs, and you can also, when you select an IPL, so I will do it again with Gunton Trash. I will just select it. So it selects all the objects in the IPL, and you can move, you can do everything you can do with the other tools. You can also search in the IPL. You already know. So I let you explore the view panel. You can draw collisions, time cycle boxes. You can render the 2D FX lights. I think it's enabled by default. So all the coronas, etc. Also in the rendering window, you can enable the NC aliasing, and you also have the color filter. It's something that was here from Areopa. A lot of things were here from Areopa, AAP. Big shout out to you. So I think we'll see better in the daytime. So by default is the PC Xbox color filter. If you put PS2, you see that it has this PS2 vibe directly that you can have with the Sky GFX as well in your game. If you want to make thumbnails or multiple plans, you can go and tweak and have fun with the editor here. You can place your camera as you want, and you can save it. So you can have multiple cameras saved to make your video easier, like for comparison and different plans. So we also have a water editor. So if you go near or on water, you will have this little help box, which tells you to press H, and then you have a full water editor. So I will select this one, and here you can tweak everything you want. So I only used it when it was developed to test, so I don't remember all the features that it has. I didn't use it since, but it's stable and it works fine. It should have everything you need. And also here, I think you will not see because of my Mac resolution, but there are all the key shortcuts for how to edit in detail the water. Just here, where is my mouse? So it's a very complete water editor as well. A very cool feature also, if you go on view, you can tick the draw SA car path. So you can see all the paths, the nodes, everything for the NPCs as well if you press peds. So for now, you can click on any nodes and you can move it. You can edit all the properties. You cannot add new ones yet. It will be in the next update. But look at a very interesting thing. If you go on, so I will put the day because you will understand why, but if you go here and you press show preview walkers, I will just increase the count. It will simulate the real population walking with their animations, their skins, depending on the area, the time of the day, because it reads your game pop cycle, pet groups, everything that your game reads. It's simulated in Ariane as well, and it also works for the cars, the vehicles. If you click on show preview traffic, I will increase the count, I will increase the speed a little bit, and you see that cars are here. So it's good to see, to preview. So for example, this ped walking, if I move his node, you will see that it will preview live. So it's very good to make changes, but I'm excited for the next update because it will be a full path and nodes editor when you will be able to create new ones, because right now you can just you can only modify the existing one. It's a good editor to modify properties, target the links, the flags, but it will be better when it will be a full editor. Yeah, I think we saw the essential. You can join the Discord to have the last updates and to ask for help if you need, or just to chat. You can also post your suggestions and your bugs that you find just here. So yeah, have fun, guys. This program is really to help you make better maps, easier, and just to keep GTA modding alive. It's my little contribution, so have fun, and I will see you guys